What's going on, guys, and welcome back to WayneNation. My name is Wayne and you guys are the wonderful citizens of WayneNation. Thank you very much for joining me again on another wonderful video, but this one's going to be a little bit different. The reason that it's going to be a little bit different is I'm going to be weighing in a little bit on my thoughts around some controversy that's gone on recently. I've toyed with the idea over the past week of making this video, and I got to be honest with you, I wasn't really that bothered. I've seen everybody else making videos in the monetization massacre that is YouTube changing its policy, and I got to be honest with you, my view is somewhat divided, and the reason being, I think in some ways it's extremely good, but in most ways, hang on, I've done that the wrong way. Let's rewind this back, Wayne. In some ways, it can be seen as a negative, but in most ways, if I'm honest with you, I think it is a positive. To be fair. So what I'm about to say next may offend a couple of people. If I'm completely honest with you, I don't mind. Let me know in the comments below how you feel. And I think honesty comes with that sort of risk, if you will. I think it could offend a couple of people. If it does, then let me know. And we'll address it and we'll take it from there and we'll find out why you're offended and see what we can do about that. So without further ado, what is it that we're actually going to be talking about? So we're talking about YouTube's change in policy, the monetization massacre, as you might refer to it as. Now, I think there's a couple of good points. There's very few bad points, and I completely understand YouTube's reasoning for doing this. I completely understand what they're hoping to achieve. I completely understand what their aim is. And if I'm honest with you, I think they're going the right way about it. Do I think there could be a couple of things done a little bit better? Maybe, but hey, who the hell am I? And two, I'm sure there's a lot of research that's gone on and a lot of different ideas have come together before they've arrived at the one that they've got at the moment. So to kick things off, for those of you that have been living in a cave, this is what's happened in the past week, month, 2 weeks. I can't exactly remember when it was. So previously, after the adpocalypse and after things had changed, in order to get your channel monetized, you had to have 10,000 views plus. You had to have over 10,000 views, at which point your channel was reviewed, and then they'd make the decision on whether they felt it was good for you to be monetized or have adverts placed on your channel, just like a lot of the other YouTubers do. Now, in the past week, that's changed. The benchmark has been changed. The goalposts have been moved. And now you require at least 1,000 subscribers and at least 4,000 hours of watch time in the past 12 months. So I think we'll start off with the cons. And I mean, if I'm honest with you, there's a very obvious con. I think for the people that have achieved 10,000 views, had their channel reviewed and then are monetized, I think for them now to be given a different goalpost, which the chances are quite a lot of people haven't hit. If I'm honest with you, I think a lot of them are under 1,000 subscribers, wouldn't have had that watch time in the past 12 months, but would have had the views. And this plays on what a lot of people have been saying in the past couple of months, even years. Watch time is more important than views. How many times somebody just randomly clicks on your video because of a good thumbnail shouldn't dictate how eligible your channel is for adverts to be placed on it. The reality is you could just be really good at making thumbnails and titles, but your video content could be very poor. And then in return, YouTube's placing adverts left, right and centre all over your channel, and people are only watching it for a couple of seconds. That's the reality of it, if you break it down for what it is. So that con, I think there's a couple... just left up the pop filter there, but I think that is one of the cons. I think there are small creators that may feel like they've been sort of shunned, or they've been pushed to one side for it, but to be honest with you, they'll get it back. If they're truly hardworking and they're truly in this for the long haul and they weren't in it for the money, then they'll be back and they'll get it. They'll hit that milestone. It'll just take a little bit more time. So con-wise, after thinking, that's pretty much all I can come up with, to be honest with you. I can't think of anything else that would be a con, really, for what they've done. If you can think of any more cons, then don't forget to drop a comment below and let me know, and we'll get together, we'll have a chat, and we'll see what comes of it. I'm more than happy, actually, rather than answering just a quick comment or two. If you guys are on Discord, we'll jump on and we'll have a debate. I got no worries at all in making a debate. That's actually, I just thought that on the spot. God damn, pretty good. I'm up for this. So we'll move on to the pros. These are the pros. I think it sorts people out. I think the biggest pro for me is it changes the individuals that are in this for the long haul from the individuals that just struck lucky with one video. So touching back on what I said about the views versus the watch time, I think there's some people, and I've even heard this story the past couple of days, where they made one video years ago, it's done extremely well and it's had a lot of different views. Could have been a very pants video, but ultimately they've capitalized on that. So for a video they made years and years and years and years and years ago, since then, they've not added any content or any value to the platform whatsoever. However, they have then taken the ad revenue from the platform. So they've taken them adverts away from consistent, hardworking, persistent individuals. And do I think that's fair? No. Not at all. So I think this is a good way of weaning the people out, getting the serious content creators sifted out from the not lucky, because I don't want to take it away from them, but from those sort of one-hit wonders that had a hit video that they just left. They just rode that wave to the very end. I think this way now, the way that they've set it up now, the way they've structured it, tiers more to the consistent and persistent content creators, the individuals that are putting in the hard work, they're putting in the hours a day, they're putting in the hours of the weekend, they're doing the nooks and cranny, and they're doing bits and bobs. I think this is a lot more sort of catered to them. I think they'll gain a lot more from this. I think setting the goals quite high is a very good thing with the subscribers. Setting 1,000 subscribers as a benchmark for the adverts to be placed. And the reason why I think it's such a good thing is it makes people push. It makes them look at their content. Could I be creating something a bit better? Do I need to be marketing somewhere else? Is there something else I could be doing to spread my content? So rather than just sitting on the fact that you've hit that 10,000 views and going, well, sayonara, adverts, here we come, I think it's good because it makes people upskill or increase, make their content a little bit better, make their marketing strategies a little bit better, get into SEOs a little bit more. I know that's something that I've gone into recently. I've had a little bit of success with it. I would not in any way even say I was an amateur, but I've become a student of it through just wanting to make it a little bit better. And I think we'll see that from a lot more YouTubers going forward, which I think is great. I think we could all do with helping each other. We could all do with upskilling, but let's get on it together. So ultimately then, to summarize what it is we've been talking about, what is the ultimate point? I think what this will do is will sort the optimistic people from the pessimistic people, and the pessimistic people will simply go by the lay side, or whatever it is you go by the side, and fizzle out. Is that a good thing? Maybe not, if I'm completely honest with you. I don't think anybody should feel like they're unhappy or they shouldn't do what they want to do. But if I'm completely honest, if you're kicking off over a couple of dollars a month, couple of pounds a month, depending on where it is that you're from, if you're kicking off over there, you really need to sit down and ask yourself, what are you doing this for? Why are you doing this? What are you looking to achieve? If you're kicking off because you've lost $4 a month, are you really in this for the right reasons? Is this something you need to go away and reevaluate? Should you even be here? I don't know. They're not answers that I can give you, but they're certainly answers to questions that you need to ask yourself. So, like I said, it's a very different video from me today. It's just me weighing in slightly on a topic that's been increasingly or gaining popularity, if you will. Just sit yourselves down. I think this is a good time to reflect. Now the benchmark's been increased. Now the goalposts have gone up. I think 2018 is going to be the year that makes or breaks it. I think you're either going to make it and you're going to push through and you're going to aim for those goals that have been set, or you're going to sit there, you're going to whinge, you're going to cry, and you're going to complain about those goalposts being too high, all the while continuing just as you was in the exact same place that you was previously, hoping to grow rather than just taking action and just doing it. So I think that's what I'll leave you with. Ask yourselves a question. Why are you here? What is your reason for doing this? What are you hoping to achieve? What is your why? Because I think that's extremely important. Okay? So thank you very much for joining me today for this very different video. It's not one that I thought I was going to make, and I'm completely honest, this is completely off the fly. I've not scripted it. I did sit down and thought, maybe I'll write it out. I'll write what I'm going to say. I'm going to do this. And I thought, no, because then I've pre-planned it, and it's not me. So this was completely off the cuff, completely out of nowhere. And I just thought I'd give it a go and see what my views are. So if you're looking to join me for 2018, you're looking to increase, let me know, because I'd love to see you make that climb. I'd love to help you along that journey. If you're not, and you look at this video and you think, what the hell does this guy know? What the hell is he talking about? You're pretty much right. What do I know? What am I talking about? But I can guarantee that you'll be the same person complaining 6 to 12 months from now when something else changes and the goalposts are set a little bit higher again. Because they could change, and YouTube's well within the rights to change them. But the answer is, how do you respond? Or the question is, how do you respond, rather? Do you sit pessimistic and find out all the flaws or point at what they did wrong? Or do you change and adapt? I know what I'm doing, and I hope to see you there. If I don't, so be it. Maybe I'll see you another time. So for that, that's Wayne. That's me. That's my honest opinion. That's my honest review. Quite frankly, I want to go back to games because that's where I like to be. Maybe vlogs, or just do something else. I don't want to do these videos or ranting about, but I just thought, I'll throw in my 2 pennies worth, okay? So, thank you very much for joining me. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Can't wait to see you in 2018 as well. WayneNation, over and out. Teddy bye.